it's just too hard. So always email hudsonvintage@me.com. So the first thing I'm going to start with, they're all good. They're all kind of amazing finds, but I'm going to start with like the more expected things and end up with the lottery ticket thing. So, um, hey, Vintage Julie Grillo. Oh, Holly made it in. Swartz Trucking Holly. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. This is so fun. It's so great for you to come up such short notice. I think you're gonna like what you see. It's kind of amazing. It's amazing. I'm just gonna tell you, it's amazing. So the first thing is this. I've already tested it. Now I've already tested it. So this is just kind of, we've seen these, right? But this is a nice one. It's in really great shape. And I think this was $4 or something, it's Goodwill Thrift, right? And then I saw this in the case, and I bought it thinking that it just went with it, that they were like a set that got separated, but this is unmarked sterling. So it's a nice old one. And this was, I think it was $4 also, whatever that Goodwill price is. It's like they call it $3.98 or something. So how great is that? I love that. And this is something, I might sell it if someone wants to contact me through email, or I might put it in a friend it forward. I'm always looking for nice friend it forwards for people that get things through the store. Like if you get a really great Escada or something, you should have like a nice sterling ring. Then the next, okay, so it's kind of a tie for these because these are both incredible. So this I recognized because I was a collector of Michael Michaud very early on, and this is marked with his hallmark. This, I'm sure it could fool people. They might have looked at it and said, oh, there's copper coming through, that's costume, whatever. This is actually called white birch. He did everything cold cast from nature, Michael Michaud, and he did use a lot of bronze, painted bronze, and but it's artistic. It's very, he's an artist, he's a listed artist, and it's considered sculpture, and it's, he has done sculptures and it's boutique stuff, but he's also worked in silver. So this is actually sterling. It is marked, and it's a white birch. It's called the white birch ring, and you can Google it right now, Michael Michaud. I want you guys to Google with me with some of this stuff, because I think it's a fun way to teach. It's like a good teaching moment, how to do that. So you can, hey, Treasure. So you can Google Michaud, Michaud, birch ring, and this should come up. And this is actually vintage. I think it's like 2000s, and it's a large ring. It doesn't really fit me, but it's absolutely beautifully done. And I found this signed. It has his hallmark. I found this in Goodwill, which is incredible. I mean, especially since I'm also a collector, that felt lucky. And then, dun, 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 look at that. This is gorgeous. These are Mabe pearls and some kind of bluestone. Don't know what that is yet. This is that wheat chain, wonderful patina on it. If it doesn't fit, that is an awesome one for your upcoming Mother's Day sale. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah, I love that idea. I'm kind of in awe of what's coming. The next two things are going to blow your mind. So look, so this, I think this is $15, and I was like, I wanted to check the clasp first to make sure it worked. I don't know what I was thinking for $15. I don't know. We all get weird, but there you see, right? That the clasp is nice, and I haven't done any research on this at all. I recognize it. It's heavy. These are wonderful Mabe pearls. Look at it. Super nice. And oh yes, May 9th. Oh, Adrian, look at you slipping that in there. Auction on May 9th. We are going to do a third channel. Okay, so then the next two things. These are amazing. Look at that. I found this in a Goodwill. I found this in a Goodwill. This, if you look at it, there you go. And then there's it's signed in there. I wish I could show you there. You see that? That says Italy. And then on this side, it says QG 925. So it took me a while to find it. This is made by, this is sold through Ross Simon. These are baguettes. This is sold through, I don't have my diamond tester here, but this was sold, this QG Italy 925, they set diamonds in silver and they set CZs in silver. Now looking at this, I am 99% sure that it's CZs. I haven't really looked at it. You know what, I'm going to do it now. I know this was 2049. Yeah, that's how they do it. They do that weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing any inclusions in these. It's very dirty. I mean, it's not dirty, but it's, you know, it could use a cleaning. Here, I'm going to try and show you that. There, see that? QG. And then on this side, I saw the Italy through the bag, and I thought it was beautiful. See? No, that's not working. But anyway, so this, I did an initial Google. This is a $500 ring. If it's CZ's, it's a $500 ring. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, you know, like, wow, it doesn't really cut it. Look how pretty. Look at it from the back. See that? If you Google them, has anybody Googled it? Let me just look at the chat for 1 second. Somebody, if it's possible, you're probably all on your phones, but if anybody can open up another tab, total score. If you can open up another tab, Google QG Italy 925 ring, and they will pop up. And they also made them with diamonds. So, and there's one that QVC had that was round instead of an oval. That was almost exactly like this. That was diamonds. So, you know, so I feel like the reason I'm asking you to do that too is because it's totally a teaching moment, you know, to do that, to encourage that. So anyway, look, so wonderful. Okay, now here's the lottery ticket one. Take a good look. I'm worried I'm going to drop it. Oh no, these were all, okay, the question is, was this at the same Goodwill in a bag or separate in a case? Everything was in the case except this. This was, I think, like on a pegboard, like it was just hanging out. It was just hanging out somewhere. It was not in a case. I just picked it. Oh, it was like with the belts or something. Yes, Kelly, you are correct. Yes. And this, yeah, I'm going to be making content out of this. I'm going to put it in this. I'm going to try and, I don't know what to say. It's making me nervous because it's so old. So I'm trying to put it in the case. So look at this. This is Petrodora. Look. So this, I've already tested the gold. It's entirely unmarked because it's early Victorian. I recognized it in the bag, in the case, kind of half turned over. It was like this. And I knew what it was. And it has someone stuck this on it for extra security. But I knew instantly because I've had things like this before. I've never had any that were as nice as this or as big as this. But I've had, you know, the micro mosaic and the gold stone, you know. So I do recognize this kind of double framing that the old ones have. But if you look at it, this is a Etruscan Revival Petrodora. And this is a white rose, very finely inlaid. It's 14 karat in the frames and in the vine. See these twirling? Look, I'm just going to be quiet so you can and do this. So you can see these twirling vine tendrils. And then the leaves, look at close up of the leaves, the texture of the leaves. These are 15 karat. It's a triple frame. This is red coral. This is Italian, of course, Italian. This is red coral. I am going to be taking this. There's going to be some kind of other videos coming around this because it was such an amazing thing to find in a Goodwill thrift store. I've just become one of those people. I feel like if you Google Petra Dura brooch, there was one that sold a while back with very red Italian coral that was $4,000. This is why I want to take it and get it estate appraised, because I want to get the coral graded, and I'm going to be selling it, and I want to sell it with a proper appraisal. Since it did come from a thrift store and I don't know the provenance, I'm going to be paying for a proper appraisal that will be coming with this. But it's very fine work, and I just want to show you, I took a screenshot. So this right here, that's actual eBay. Those are, I just put in Petrodora brooch, and this one, look at that. And that's with mostly sterling, and let me see if I can get it so that it doesn't. Okay, Australian 15,000. So that's about $12,000. And that is mostly sterling. And I have 14 karat and 15 karat gold, Etruscan revival, early Victorian with Italian red coral with a vine motif. OMG. Yeah, Holly, it's amazing. Oh, I know. It's amazing. So I've become one of those people. And it has, and I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to leave that on it. I think that whoever did that, I'm going to respect that. I want to show you the back so you know what to look for, because I think it's important to understand when you're looking at old gold, it is soldered, and you can see the soldering, and it doesn't mean that it's gold plated, or like someone might look at this and go, oh, it's not real gold, but they're only looking at, they're only used to looking at what modern smithing techniques are. See, this is old. You see that soldering there and that soldering there? This is like a triple frame. Look, it has the ring there for the safety chain that they always had. So all of these marks, but this test is 14 karat and 15 karat, and you can see how fine it is. If you look from the side, you can see, the look of gold is really unmistakable. So don't let something like this confuse you, especially if it's an old brooch with the old clasp. So, and here, I'm going to show you that mechanism. There's the pin part. And then this actually has a closure that I've never seen. It's got almost like a little elbow thing, which I think is just because it was fine at the time. It's still that C, but it has kind of a little elbow latch that comes out, which is very interesting. Yeah, no, this is it, man. Look at the fine inlay of this white rose. Very, very fine work. Just a lovely thing, it finally happened to me. I don't know what else to say. So I guess this has been 20 minutes. What is the black stone? It's black marble. They're always black marble. I know, it's stunning. Hi, Stephen. It screams quality even to an untrained eye. Okay, I'm going to try and show you the leaves close up one more time. I'm just so nervous. There's a lot of fine, fine detail. It almost, Tiffany did things like this in the 1950s, and I'm sure they used Italian artisans. Maybe if I hold it like that. Yeah. Eventually there'll be pictures. Look at the tendrils, the vine. It's exquisite. It's exquisite. And this coral is so beautiful. And it's exactly right for the period. They did use coral. There's nothing on the internet right now. There's none of these on the internet right now with coral, but there were a few that have been sold in the past. I found one that was like a recent sold, and it's a gorgeous pendant. I would put this on a coral strand. I think that would be amazing. So quite the haul. Oh, I didn't tell you what I paid. Okay, everybody guess. Everybody guess. This was in a bag in the counter. Put in a guess right now. Just say under 25 or over 25. Okay. We have one for 24.99. So that's an under. Anybody else? Under, over, under, over. Hmm. You're not going to believe it when I tell you. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was 50. 20.49. Kelly knows. $12.49. $12.49. Yeah. Oh, look, you can finally see the gold. You see that work? Actually, you might be able to see it from the relief in the reverse. You can see their work in there, their handwork. It's amazing to me. There, look. Okay, so I am so happy for you, and you're going to Goodwill. I know. I want to go back every day now. But this is one of those things. Like I think it can happen to you once in a lifetime. Hmm. Yeah. Um, let's see if I can find the. Yeah, I mean, I did a reverse search on eBay starting with the highest price one, and it was 12,000 for silver with a little bit of 14 karat, 4,200, 2,000, 1,900. Here are some that are kind of in the gold, the similar. Here's one with the similar rose. Let's see what this one says. Antique Victorian, 14 karat, Pietadora, inlay brooch pin, yellow rose flower, Italy. 1,175 or best offer. And it is nothing like the one that I have. See? It's wonderful. It's very fine inlay work, actually. If you look at the leaves, you can see shading in the leaves. And looks like it's got some gemstone, like some malachite and lapis. But just looking at the picture, yeah, that's malachite in there. Still, if you look at the fine work of the frame, it's a beautiful, this is probably like the nicest one I've ever seen. And I'm holding it in my hand because I found it in a Goodwill. So thank you all so much for being here today. Looking forward to seeing you again next time. Adrienne and I are going to be working together, and we have lots of fun things coming up. I have a new consignor coming up, major collection, lots of Hermes and Cartier. Fun, fun, fun. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.